All right, good Friday morning, everybody. This is the Iceman here on the Iceman's Return YouTube channel. All right, this video, basically, TNA video. I did not get to see all of Impact Wrestling last night because I was out working. I got back, I got to see the last half hour or so, and that was the match with Kurt Angle and Bobby Roode. A match which wasn't as good as the Bound for Glory matchup they had. But it was a pretty good match overall, and it sort of ended with Kurt Angle being actually the match being stopped. It looked like he came down and slammed his head on the ring mat, and it almost looked like he was in like convulsion. And so anyway, the ref stopped it, and Bobby Roode was declared the winner. But I was watching Andre Corbeil's video, and I will say this for everybody that are TNA fans. You'll get the best review on TNA with Andre Corbeil, and I'll have the link in the description box below. So definitely check out his channel. He's probably the best reviewer as far as TNA goes here on YouTube, and he tells you like it is, and he's got a lot of knowledge of professional wrestling. He's got a lot of great followers, and if you watch his videos, you'll definitely find out why. But anyway, I was thinking, you know, how does everybody think about the fact that TNA no longer has Hulk Hogan? I, for one, am pretty pleased with the way the show has been going. I think since Hogan's been gone from TNA, Dixie Carter has stepped up, and it's something different we haven't really seen before in the past. And I like the fact that Dixie Carter comes out week after week after week, and of course she is the heel type president of TNA Wrestling, and it just adds a little flavor to what the show is going to be all about. We saw her strip AJ Styles of his title. We sort of saw that coming after he walked off last week at Impact Wrestling with the belt. So they decided to have a 8-man tournament to decide who will become the new TNA World Heavyweight Champion. And I think this is a pretty good idea. I know there's a lot of naysayers out there saying that TNA is like ripping off the WWE and whatnot with the way they're doing things. But all in all, when it's all said and done, doesn't everybody? I mean, uh, the Crockett promotion years ago came out with the very first pay-per-view, Starrcade, and look what happened there after that. Vince McMahon and the WWF started their pay-per-views. I mean, everybody, you know, they take a little bit from each other, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if it's a way to improve your show um, or your promotion, and why not do it? Everybody's guilty of doing it, so one should not badmouth the other. And that's in my fair opinion. So anyway, so we're gonna have an 8-man tournament next week, and the participants, you know, they're not surprising because they are pretty much all former champions. Magnus got the last spot. And so next week, with Dixie Carter's Wheel of Dixie, um, they have decided that Jeff Hardy and Chris Sabin will be in a full Metal Mayhem match. Now, the other 3 matches, they have not decided what type of match they're going to be yet. So we have Jeff Hardy versus Chris Sabin in the full Metal Mayhem match. We're going to have James Storms versus Bobby Roode, which should be a very, very interesting matchup. Two former tag team partners in Beer Money Incorporated should be a good match to watch. A lot of animosity between the two, a lot of dissension between the two. So again, it should be an interesting match nonetheless. We're also going to see Austin Aries go up against Kurt Angle. Hopefully, Kurt Angle will be, ready for that match. Because if you watch the end of TNA Impact Wrestling last night, I mean, if this was indeed a storyline to end that match, Kurt Angle played the part so well. It was so believable. You walked away thinking, "Wow, did this really happen?" But then again, so anyway, Austin Aries and Angle is going to be a superb match as well. And then the final match will be Magnus versus Samoa Joe, which I find this to be very interesting because we haven't really what's going on with Main Event Mafia? Has it dispersed? I mean, so you already seen Magnus go up against Sting, and now it's Magnus going up against Samoa Joe. So it should be interesting. Now, the winners of the first two matches, Hardy and Sabin, and Storm and Rude, those two winners that come out of those matches will face off with each other, and the winners of the Austin Aries Kurt Angle match and Magnus versus Samoa Joe will pair off. And then, of course, the winners of those two matches will face off with each other. So I sort of like what TNA has been doing. And again, since Hulk Hogan's been gone off TNA Wrestling, I've really enjoyed it a lot more. And again, everybody's seen all the rumors about TNA selling, Dixie wanting to sell, and it's not become official yet. But there are also rumors going out there that there is an interested party nonetheless, and this interested party has a very lot of money behind them, and it's also stated that we all know who this person is. This person's well known, and it would be a surprise in itself to find out who this person actually is. There's also another person involved that's a major celebrity. So, so what I'm seeing thus far, if these people are interested in purchasing TNA Impact Wrestling, it's not going to go down, and they got the money behind them, and I see this to be possibly a great future for TNA Impact Wrestling, and I'm looking forward to it, regardless whether Dixie sells or not. If she doesn't sell at this time, right now I like the direction the show's going in, and you couldn't ask for anything better than that. I mean, yes, they're going through rough times, but yes, they also are trying to deal with the situation, and they're trying to do whatever it takes to stay afloat in the world of professional wrestling. And again, I would be very disappointed to see TNA disappear from the wrestling world. I've enjoyed it for 11 years, and I'd like to enjoy it for another 11 years. And so hopefully all things work out. And again, TNA has been a pretty darn good show. Yeah, I was a little disappointed in Bound for Glory, but you know something? Not all pay-per-views are going to be great, and this happens as well in the WWE. You get disappointed with a lot of their pay-per-views, but how often do people bitch and moan about it? They don't want to bitch and moan, They only want to bitch and moan about TNA. And but in my view, I think TNA is on the right track. And again, if they do indeed sell, I think they're going to sell it to somebody that really wants to keep it open. And I do know that Spike TV does not want to lose TNA Impact Wrestling in their primetime slot, because it does do good ratings for Spike TV. They're very pleased with the ratings. Again, everybody would love to have higher ratings, but they are pleased with what they're getting. So all in all, I'm loving TNA. I look forward to Thursdays, whether I see it on Thursday night or I watch it the following day. But yeah, I love it. So again, if you want to see your best reviews about TNA Impact Wrestling, the link's in the description box. Go to Andre Corbeil's YouTube channel. He gives probably the best reviews of TNA Impact Wrestling there is here on YouTube. So enjoy your Friday. It's a very stormy, windy day here in Hartford. Got the day off, so I'm pleased with that. And we'll see you all next time. This is the Iceman. Peace out, everybody.